only 2 games into the championship series. Melbourne won, Illawarra won, and it's the Hawks back on their home court today.
We could be going for days. I don't like us focusing so much on that because of how many other big calls have been missed rather than the heroics of him man himself.
Real basketball fans know it might have been a travel. They don't care. It was more about that shot in his face and to tie the game and to get the game.
There was a lot of people saying, do you leave Clark on the bench? Do you take him out of his rhythm by putting him in the starting lineup? And Leonard, we were speaking earlier, you like the move.
I'm happy that they're putting him in the starting lineup. Yes, he plays well off the bench, but this gives them a two-gun shot, a two-angle shotgun now. They got to guard Golding and Phoenix.
They'd love to see more from Trey Kell as well. An All-NBL first-teamer at the end of the season awards. Heavily criticised for his Game 1 performance, 18 points in Game 2.
So loud.
Now 3 officials in charge, Vaughan Mabry, Chris Reed and Michael Aylan. Game 3 is underway. The series locked away at 1 apiece. Ian Clark starting today for Shea Ely. Here's Jack White, an early moment of truth. He answers the call after that first one out of the way now. Golding catch and shoot in the corner. 6-0 start in the first 40 seconds. Playing some big minutes in this series. Golding back door. What about White? Sam Froling forces his way in on Lee. He had Lee and Lowe in foul trouble. The first rocket, a 4 of 5 from the field.
Screen here.
And I like the quality of shot that they're getting on each possession.
It's past Peatling. Twakala Bullock was never missing 2 in a row.
Well, Brad, he's turned
A shot this series.
Averaging 9 points and 8 rebounds in the postseason. Both up on his season numbers.
And that's good by Trey Kell. He is very good about getting in and out.
So early in this game.
Well, Illawarra making some substitutions. Davo Hickey and Hung Lee. Now, watch out for Lee here. They normally run something straight away from him. He'll get his head under the ring and come either way, more so to the right side of your screen, or the top of your screen, looking to get that shot off.
Darius Day's out there also been very quiet in the postseason. Just 6 points in both games of this championship series. Play breaks down for Lee.
And maybe you get a little bit bigger as a result of that, but certainly Clark needs to be really good on the defensive end with his discipline.
And Tanner Krebs was great in Game 3 as well.
Correct.
Game 2, I'm sorry.
Harvey with 6 on the clock, trying to create bailout pass to Froling. Roblo very careful on that first possession, had a lot of foul trouble in Game 2. Coppins hits the offensive glass, back out for Golding. It was a good look that goes begging.
Well, good sign that Coppins has the awareness off of an offensive rebound to find his shooter.
Darius Days, the first to Harvey. The Hawks wind that shot clock down again. He's lethal when he puts the ball on the floor.
He's just able to get inside and create.
Harvey, 90% free throw shooter for the season. Golding to the boos of the Illawarra faithful. Fair to say he's friendless here this afternoon. Don't bother him. Hickey downhill, eyes only on the basket. Can't score. Hung Lee came flying in.
Well, these are the efforts.
Desperation.
These are the efforts that win basketball games. Everyone just stood around and watched that, and Hung Lee came flying in. You will see here, Hickey, look at Hung Lee. No one boxes out, just goes after it, and he just wanted it more, Derek.
Well, he's primarily known as a shooter, but this is the underrated aspect of his game, his ability to rebound the basketball and his effort. 6'7" out of Davis in college.
Had to get that one away, didn't you?
Yeah. South Korean, product of the NBA Global Academy out of Canberra.
He didn't mention that when he was shooting, he never went in and rebounded, did he?
No.
Jack?
Numbers prove that.
Illawarra done a good job just to peg this lead back down to 2. Got the crowd back involved in the game.
Melbourne with an 8-0 start to the game. They were away fast, but the Hawks, as Derek said, just changed things back towards their favour. Roblo with the size advantage over the top of Lee. It'll be a Melbourne ball.
And that is in that three.
Had a pretty tough postseason, Roblo, in the semi-final series against Perth. And this championship series too. Clark misses a bunny. Ulbrich quickly to the other end. Changes his mind, back out for Hickey. What a roll!
Outstanding play there from Lachlan Ulbrich.
Was trying to go for the board. You go and get it. Bearing in mind the team that has won the rebound count the first two games of the championship series has won the contest. Most recently, the Hawks 22-9-0 rebounding in Melbourne. Joe Healy, down to you.
Can't get a word in over this Hawks crowd.
As high as 60 only a few minutes ago.
Mismatch here.
Kell over the top of Lowe. Win for Melbourne defensively, and then a double foul. Kyle Bowen. Double foul. And Lockie Ulbrich.
13. Black 2.
Not too happy with each other.
Well, I thought it was a good box out by Bowen first. And then you're just watching here. Here's a good box out. He just pushes him under the ring, which is quite legal, and that's fine. And then it was just this little bump and everything, and a grab right there.
Offensive scoring. And they've been stuck on 15 for a couple of minutes now.
Golding back out there with 5 points. He and Jack White are their leading scorers so far. Dellavedova takes it upon himself.
Well, he's been very tough with that step back.
He can drive and maintain balance, and he just got up under Marcus Lee and was able to finish over him, as Hung Jung Lee will be called for that foul off the ball on Chris Golding.
And Jack, you talk about a year ago with Davo Hickey. What about Lockie Ulbrich? This guy has
a 0 run. Comes at a good time for Melbourne.
And some hand fighting off the ball between Dellavedova United. The Hawks just need to stay with that method of attack.
Well, that's unacceptable if you're Melbourne.
Oh boy.
And I think that's going to be called on Tyler Harvey here.
Hawks by 6. First chance in a while just to catch our breath for a moment. Hickey tees off, second three of the game.
I'm not sure you ran the triangle, but this team right here, the Illawarra Hawks, are the best team of recent history. And if Melbourne United don't find a way to either get ample points on the board, Brad,
Plenty of championship experience from Ian Clark. He's been through the highs and the lows of this time of year. Been such a steadying factor for them. Swakala Bullock. Perfect offense out of the timeout for the Hawks.
but the coaches are really working overtime, trying to find the right lineups and combinations.
It's at the point now, it's almost minute by minute now, this series.
Yeah.
Not quarter by quarter or run by run, it's minute by minute. The two best teams in the league all season squaring off over 5 games. Foley fires it inside for Peatley. Beautiful program. Part of their title team in 2020-21. Clark high off the glass.
Nice pass penetration, or in that case, dribble penetration. Delly does his thing.
I've heard you. He's just amazing at it. He's just able to get his body where he needs to and gets them a score.
First points of the game for Matthew Dellavedova. 0 of 5 prior to that. Kell off the back of the iron. Nice hustle by Lee. Hawks get another look at it. Froling running out of options. This wasn't what they drew up. And the results show that. United trail by 3. Dellavedova scores, and it's a 1-point game.
And again, you see the grit.
Golding stripped Kell of it on his way to the basket. Can't score. And he will shoot free throws to give Melbourne a halftime lead.
Brad, we talk about when a team gets out in the lead as we look at the replay, and Swakala Bullock just with the low body contact when Golding's in the air. So
They've got all their shooters out there. Illawarra, Harvey, Lee, Kell, Swakala Bullock and Blanchfield. Time is their friend here. Harvey on the move. Inside for Kell. Brilliant way to finish off the half for the Illawarra Hawks. And the Win Entertainment Centre comes alive. It's Illawarra who lead by 1.
terrific play drawn up by Justin Tatum.
Jack White, Matthew Dellavedova, Ian Clark, Marcus Lee, Chris Golding, the 5 for Melbourne, Tyler Harvey, Trey Kell the 3rd, Wani Swaka-Bullock, Sam Froling, and Mason Peatley. The starters once again for Illawarra. That's nice execution to start the half.
It wasn't ideal. It wasn't as perfect as we've seen them execute it, but right now, Brad, you're not asking how, you're just asking how many.
Absolutely, and great to go to Jack White again. Keep him going and get him into this game early in the second half again.
He's got 14 points now, Jack White. After being scoreless in game 2. Harvey, nice finish. Over the top of him. Get some impact.
And they have all year long, and I like that they're going down to Sam Froling as Ian Clark shoots it as well. And look out! Here comes Ian Clark. This 2 Hawks, 31-20, and they win that game.
Dellavedova flies up the court. White for 3. Jack White is owning game 3.
Try and deny that pass or any contact of that sort.
Roblo back out there. He's a -6 for the game, which means that Froling will get to work.
Well, it was good in game 1 where Melbourne United were down heavily and got themselves back into it as Harvey lets one go from the corner.
Hawks fans don't sold out Win Entertainment Centre. Very much a home crowd. All the noise in favour of the Hawks.
That's cool.
In the postseason, Wani Swaka-Bullock. 8.5 points a game. Couple of rebounds, couple of assists. Golding from long range.
Simon tangled up and allows Golding to break free for the 3.
Melbourne having a good period here in quarter number 3. A settler. 18 points in game 2. Clock down to single figures. Dellavedova given room to shoot and cashes in. Melbourne starting to knock down the 3 pass, batted down. Here. A lob for Jack White.
Well, first down, Darius and T. Lucky, you go over here, you said it. Davo, you on top. You got me? Yes. Let's go, wake the fuck up. Early switches we need to. Get downhill tempo on misses. Let's get back in this game. Let's go. Defense, let's go.
They trail by 7. Justin Tatum with the phrase that we can't totally remember by the time we get back to Melbourne on Wednesday. Will Hickey on the floor has been their spark plug all season long. He needs to lead the way for this team now, just like that.
Well, they should put
It's been good for Melbourne is when they set the screen, when they actually set it rather than slipping as we saw there. They seem to get more off the action as there, Delhi misses the 3.
Marcus Lee on the floor.
Yeah, just go with him. Just going back to what I was saying there, they seem to want to slip the screen, Derek, a lot and flare. I feel when they
initiate the offense.
10 points for the game, Will Hickey. He's plus 12 for the game as well. That streak of being an impact player continues. Shows this man. Pop Jung Lee fires away and the Hawks back in front.
Great
for Melbourne. Darius Days. Got it! Big shift in the game.
Well, when he comes out, he hits a 3. Darius Days and these 5,500 fans are loving it.
Oh, Delhi with an awkward call. Looks like he has jammed his right foot into the ground. The Amy replay shows H.J. Lee doing what he does best. Look at that camera work.
One game apiece in the championship series. Too big, too strong.
Gets to us.
It's a decisive one for the Hawks. Lee gave it up for Kell. Missed by a long way. 4 from deep.
These Illawarra fans are loving it. They are standing until Melbourne score and they are clapping, and the atmosphere in this stadium is electric as Harvey shoots a 3.
Get another look at it. Harvey swings to Jung Lee. Another big miss.
Well, they're a bit eager now. They smell the knockout punch. They're going for it. Probably a little bit more discretion on the offensive end, coupled with some patience.
Still a long way to go in the game, as this series has proved. Rob Lowe, big moment, delivers.
That's what he
Hot. 6 on the clock for Dellavedova. Has Marcus Lee rolling to the cup. Late clock for Tyler Harvey. Clark downhill, and we've got ourselves a 3-point game. The Hawks had the chance to completely...
They were able to get the stop.
It worked for Illawarra in game 1. One of the learnings for Melbourne. Second time around, Golding found space. Banks at home.
Standing around.
Harvey puts the ball on the floor. He's always the answer. In the breeze right now. Dellavedova trying to put Melbourne in front. He does. Where is the next bucket going to come from Illawarra? They've gone cold offensively when it matters most. Blanchfield blocked. Huge play from Kyle Bowen. Take a look at plan B. Shot clock rolls all the way down. It'll have to be Delhi now. He persisted all the way. United, who lead by 3. Well, trying to get one back on Dellavedova. He slips over and grabs at the knee straight away.
Numbers.
Well, 5 on 4 up ahead. Swakala Bullock was forced to foul.
I can't with you.
But the concern right now is for Illawarra star Trey Kell.
I've got him
Who slipped on some perspiration and grabbed at his knee immediately.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see the replay.
No more information.
Is it on a foot here?
So I've got his smart player, he knows the play's coming. And just fucking foul, push up.
Wow, and on top of that, they rule that.
Froling with 6 on the shot clock. Attracts the double team. Hickey is found underneath.
But they've just got so good when he touches the ball down low.
Now the Hawks looking for a stop at this end. Golding can't land a big blow. Loose ball. That caught Jack White's foot. And Illawarra will get a look at it.
And a slight collision there between Froling and White.
Series advantage up for grabs. It's a foul on Dellavedova. Melbourne's first one. Fresh 14 for the Hawks. Off the inbound, there's Hickey. Alone again. Almost threw it out of play. It's saved by Darius Days. Something special needs to happen here for the Hawks. That won't be the one. Fourth quarter today has been precise. Golding misses again. Offensive rebound. Time now starting to become their friend. Dellavedova's content to wind this clock all the way down. Harvey overplays. Dellavedova scores. Huge from Melbourne United. Enormous from Matthew.
With a touch as we go to the Tangerine timeout.
It's been the whole fourth quarter for this man. Jack, you just called it beautifully. He's managed it outstanding. He's passed. He's used the bully ball. He's laid it up. He's done everything to will his team to victory. And what a player. What a championship man he is.
And again, we see Delhi struggle early in the game. He was 0 of 5, but he stays with it, continues to play the right way, distributes the basketball. He understands the game plan. Now he's 6 of 13 from the field with 16 points, 11 dimes.
And 0 turnovers. Outstanding game.
He's achieved so much.
Closer to the promised land.
Illawarra have 5 3-point shooters on. There's no doubt this is going to be coming out. Going to Harvey, I would think.
You never say never here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. Blanchfield misses. Hickey must knock this down. He doesn't get it to count either. Dellavedova
in this context is a liability for the Hawks.
just want to deny Tyler Harvey. He broke their hearts in game 2. That is an absolute cram. Blanchfield with a rebound and a score. Harvey almost came up with a steal, but Clark can take it to the other end. Eventually fouled with...
To go with his 4 rebounds. Great game.
Experience is everything this time of year. Melbourne United draw on all of that and head back to John Cain Arena on Wednesday to win the NBL Championship. A monumental Game 3 win at the Wynn Entertainment Centre, 83-77. Advantage United.
And a dominant defense.
Mentality to close this out.
We knew it was going to be tough. We had to control the tempo and just dig in. Like, we weren't happy with how many O-boards and loose balls we gave up last game, and I think everyone came out with the right intent. Obviously, Shilly's a huge part of what we do and that toughness, and everybody brought a little extra tonight.
You had